island, hopefully to save the 7, and I'm going to show you guys all the Easter eggs and secrets from the new update so you can understand what will happen in Fortnite Season 4. If you guys want the Season 4 Chapter 3 Battle Pass, you're in luck because I'm gifting 5 subscribers every single day who drop a like, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment with their epic ID. Shout out to the winners, and if you guys want to help support my videos, please just take 2 seconds to put Doom in the Fortnite item shop next time you log on. So the island is changing in preparation of Season 4 Chapter 3, and with the black goo spreading through the map, a lot of people think it's the Chaos Agent that's behind it. And well, thanks to an unreleased loading screen, we know that the Chaos Agent is still working with the Imagined Order. So it is possible that he's trying to get revenge for the IO after they were defeated. But we also know that the Chaos Agent was working for Midas in the past, so it could be them working together as well. I'll get into more detail on the black goo around the map in a second, but let's talk about the Lord of the Rings Easter egg real quick. And no, I'm not just talking about the one on the beach that portrays Helm's Deep. I think most people have seen that already, but instead let's take a look at the end of this Season 3 trailer where we see the Bloom Queen holding an orb that is showing the current Fortnite map. So this is a Lord of the Rings Easter egg too, because in the movies, this sort of magic crystal ball is called a Palantir, and it allows you to see places in the past and the future, as well as communicate with other people that are also holding one. So in a potential weird twist, the Bloom Queen we see here could actually be somewhere in the past or the future, viewing our current reality on the island. And speaking of the Bloom Queen, let's talk about where she came from. If we take a look at the Bloom skin that's in game now, I think it's pretty safe to say he's from the same world as the Bloom Queen. And if we take a look at his description, it says he's from a place called Pluxaria. So what is Pluxaria? Well, only a couple other characters even reference this place, and they are both Battle Pass skins from the Alien season, Chapter 2, Season 7. The first place we see it is in a loading screen called Pluxarian Gothic, where we see Zig and Choppy reenacting the famous American Gothic painting. So this means that Zig and Choppy are also from this place called Pluxaria. And believe it or not, there's actually a whole separate connection here that I'll get into in a bit. But the second cosmetic this place is referenced is the Katana's harvesting tool, which has the description forged to perfection in the Pluxarian Quasar. And I didn't know what a Quasar was either, but apparently it's just a supermassive black hole that emits radio waves. But anyways, these pickaxes belong to the Battle Pass skin Joey, who is actually just disguised as an alien that is also working with the last reality. But if you go back to the Joey style and take a look at his tattoos, you'll see he's covered with plants and animals, which obviously makes the Bloom Queen connection even more obvious. So basically the aliens and these plant-like creatures are both from this place called Pluxaria. And it actually turns out we may know what Pluxaria looks like, because if we go to the Parallel Universe loading screen, we can see the Cuddle Team leader rifting there, and we see a lot of the same symbols in this city from the other Pluxarian cosmetics. This also suggests that the Cuddle Team leader is from Pluxaria, and well, look what we got on the map this season. And one final interesting point, Bloom's back bling Zoot looks exactly like a baby Klombo, and we obviously see that Klombo shares a lot of similarities with the Bloom Queen. So basically this supports the theory that the Bloom Queen is working with the aliens and the last reality, which makes me more confident in the leak that she is in the last reality spaceship right now. Now, if you're not convinced that the black goo is from the Chaos Agent, here's another theory. Admittedly, the weird substance that's taking the Paradigm's hand does not look completely pitch black. It seems to have like a silver metallic type texture to it. And well, if you guys go to the Season 6 Chapter 2 skins and look at their chromium and runic super styles, it looks like a similar type texture as that goo. Now this may seem like sort of a random connection that I'm making here, but think about it. The last time that the 0 point was sending out those reality waves and was becoming unstable, that is when it brought these Season 6 Chapter 2 skins to the game. So since the 0 point now is also sending out those and becoming unstable, maybe there is some sort of connection there. And well, if we take a closer look at the back of the Spire assassin skin, who also was in Season Season 6, you'll see these hands clasping together from her chest. And her description is guardian of a world beyond reality. And then if we take a look at the crew pack skin named Deimos that also came out in Season 6, you'll see he has these same sort of hands clasping together as a belt. And his description is travelers beware on the road to the next world. And he is part of the Neo Underworld set. So maybe it's possible that the paradigm is being pulled into this underworld? Don't believe in that theory either? Well, let's talk about the Gothic Pirates theory. And this theory isn't as crazy as it sounds. It actually stems from the loading screen from the July crew pack titled Inky Reflection, and the description is, light is so easily blotted out by darkness. It clearly shows a black goo type substance here and is part of the Gothic Nautilus set. The skin from this set is named Phaedra, and her description is a dark sea witch with unknowable power. And well, now we are seeing the black goo appear on various parts of the map. First, it was just those footsteps on the spawn island.
Fashion is getting a makeover. Watch and make your own on YouTube Shorts.
Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Official sponsor of the college football playoff.
But now there's big puddles of it at the butter barn that looks exactly like how it is in that loading screen. And here's a few more interesting connections with the Phaedra skin. Number one is that we just got the pirate ship from Lazy Lagoon replacing the Daily Bugle, and well, she's a witch from the sea. Number two, we know from the FortNite skin survey that there are a ton of goth themed skins that are going to be coming to the game, and she fits that same sort of aesthetic perfectly. And number three, her back bling is a literal black octopus, which is also the main logo for the pirate ship. And then also, obviously, Octopus can eject black ink. So personally, I think these goth sea people are behind the black goo just because there are so many survey skins with the goth theme. So I'm assuming that it's going to play an important part in the story next season. Now let's talk about the elements theory for a second. Most people know about the symbols on the walls of the sanctuary depicting fire, water, and nature that could be connected to the Ice King, Fire King, and now the Bloom Queen. However, now that Blackheart in the pirate ship replaced the Daily Bugle, I went back to watch the Chapter 1 Season 8 trailer, and it was interesting that Blackheart, the Ice King, and the Fire King were the three characters fighting for the treasure. I honestly don't know what this could mean, but I thought it was an interesting coincidence worth mentioning. Now, finally, we have to talk about the Rift butterflies that have started appearing on the map. In the past, I think we've only seen the blue Rift butterfly, but now there are blue, purple, gold, and red butterflies flying around the map. So there are a lot of interesting connections to this. The first one being that we've had a blue cube, a purple cube, and gold cube in game. Technically, there was also a red cube in the game under the map at one point, but apparently this is because the game developers turned things underground red on purpose to be able to easily identify it. However, there is another Easter egg that suggests a red cube could be actually coming in the future, because if you go to the Joneses POI, there is a table that has a blue cube with 3 dice next to it, and it can't be a coincidence that the dice are purple, gold, and red. Additionally, the original cube assassin boss had a different back bling than the one we ended up getting when he became a skin. Originally, he had a back bling that had 4 different styles that were also blue, purple, gold, and red. I wish we knew why they decided to change it, but as far as I know, there's no explanation. But finally, there is another similarity I've never seen anyone talk about, which is that the 0 point has actually been all of these colors as well. Right now, it's obviously blue, but in Season 5, it was mostly purple during that season. And then in the Zero Crisis finale event, we actually see it turn yellow and red. I didn't notice at the time, but at the very end of the event, we see that the bottom half of the 0 point is actually yellow. And then also above the 0 point, you see it's kind of forming a flower, and the very top of the flower is yellow as well. And then when it's clear that the 0 point won't be able to be contained on its own, it turns fully red. So I don't know what these colors actually mean, but at the very least, I think we can agree that blue is the best for the good guys. To top it all off, these butterflies also have a connection to Midas. On the Summer Midas skin, he has a very subtle pattern tattered on his shorts. On them is the ghost logo, Oro's skull, and then finally a butterfly. Now guys, my mind is broken right now, so I don't have a theory right this second on how Midas could be connected to the butterflies, but it is very exciting. I learned so much about the Fortnite storyline making this video, so maybe after letting all this information simmer for a little bit and then sleeping on it, I'll be able to come up with something more. But let me know in the comments, guys, who you think is bringing the black goo to the island and who took the paradigm. Use code DOOM in the item shop if you want to support my videos, and I will see